my best not to fall asleep on stream. Second thing is, I am, going to be on quite a long stream hiatus, after this week. I'm gonna try and stream, probably early morning tomorrow, like around 8 a.m., maybe like an 8 or 9 a.m. start time, just so that, because I want to try and get a three-day stream in, but, who knows if that actually happens. I am taking a vacation, like, over the next, like, for the next week. I don't know if I'll be streaming next week. I think it's going to depend on, like, my schedule and stuff. I try to be here as much as the brain lets me. I appreciate that you're over there, that you try when you can. Panda, I really appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm just a little sleepy. You know, kind of also like, just there's a lot of stuff in my head, so it's sort of sapping all my energy. Wow, you're like dead today. I am a little bit. I don't know why. Oh boy, I think work has been weird recently. I won't go into the details, but let's just say earlier this week I got some pretty upsetting news about the state of things, and it's sort of made me feel a little less motivated to do my work, which is not great. But you know, I'm trying my best. I'm frustrated too because like I wasn't able to get in contact with a particular person for a thing, and there's like a deadline, and I won't be able to do much because I'm going to be away for like a while. So yeah, I sure hope it doesn't bite me in the butt, but like there's not much I can do. I tried my best. I tried to contact people that didn't contact me back, so mood. So like that's like not great. I probably should do. I feel like sometimes I like blame myself too much. Like I definitely feel like I'm not doing as good of a work on my job as I really should be. It's easy for me to get distracted, but I feel like my motivation's a little lower because it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel worth it sometimes, which is, again, not a really good headspace to be in when I'm trying to do my job. But, you know, that it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm tired. I was my DMs are open, but I'm currently going through a lot, and I don't really have the capacity to help others out, like, outside of close people. That is totally understandable, Panda, and I very much respect you putting that boundary. You know, I don't want anyone, I'm not coming here to, like, vent to make people feel like they need to, you know, overextend themselves. I know I feel that pressure a lot, you know, where it's like I feel like I need to be emotionally available for everybody, but stuff like that seems hard and not motivated too much. So yeah, see, that's my feel, you know, like it just, I guess what I'm trying to say is it just feels like the library at my workplace isn't as valued as other parts of my workplace, and it's also looking like I'm going to have to start working a little bit more closely with one of my coworkers, and to be charitable, she is not the friendliest or best person to work with sometimes, so that also makes things less motivated, makes me less motivated to my work. So I am, as always, really busy because that's how I cope with stress, is to add more stress, but I can tell you if you just might not be able to respond to that. That is fine, Marie, and I'm really grateful and happy that you're willing to be open for me on that one. My DM's open. I don't know anything going on. Stuff like, yeah, it's rough. Like I said, I don't want to get into too many details because this is a mildly public platform, and I feel I don't want to like call people out necessarily, or like really go. It's just, you know, it is what it is, and it also doesn't help that like my area doesn't have the highest density of alternative jobs for librarians, so if I did want to leave, it's looking more and more like I'd have to move or take a position at institutions that I have heard through the grapevine aren't necessarily much better, so a lot of big decisions for me in the future. Be catty, call her a bitch! I mean, I feel like I just don't think I have much of a catty bone in my body. A lot of times I feel like I'm all bark, no bite, you know? I'm willing to be, I think in my head and to other people who are not them, I'm able to talk shit, but I feel like to people's face, I'm very demure and I don't want to be rude. Like, it is rare. It is you have to really push my buttons to get me to like call you out or insult you. I feel like you really gotta be shitty. So I also think, yeah, so I mean, I also am like, I don't want to go into too much detail about my, you know, but also like, for reasons I don't want to get into on stream, the vacation I'm planning on taking is causing me a little bit of stress too, so that's great. I'm a geospatial analyst technician, like it feels like Apple, Google, and public utilities. Honestly, utilities only started getting into GIS as well, so I don't even know what they want, just that it's more common to have some staff making maps for them. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like I could probably branch out and do non-librarian work if I was really, like, desperate enough and, like, but one, I really do like working in library science. I feel like it fits me really well and I wouldn't want to get a different job outside my field. And also, like, while my motivation to do my job is pretty low at the moment, I wouldn't say it's so bad or so low yet that I'm just, are you a hot librarian? I guess it depends on what your type is. I don't know. I mean, I think there are definitely people who think I'm very hot, but you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So I'm not gonna say that's. I guess if the answer to are you a hot librarian is if you want me to be, then I am. But also like. That's you fetishize redheads. You could if you want to get me ranting and angry, redhead fetishists, I'm coming for you all. Like kills a beholder and steals its eye. Now I am beautiful, beautiful. I love that's a good way to view it. Yeah. So as I was saying, like my job is not so like I'm not so demoralized that I'm like I will literally take anything to get out of here. There are a lot of good things about my job, and I do like parts of it that are still keeping me there, but you know, it's it gets more difficult each day goes. Now I need to see what she looks like. Everyone wants to know what I look like. Maybe someday. I do have a webcam on my gaming PC setup here, mostly for like video chat stuff I do. But also, like, we've been asking for a face reveal for, like, 3 years. I'm sorry. Look, revealing myself to the public is a very big decision, you know? Like, you know, I live in fear of stalkers. Don't mind the fact that she's in the street for 2 years. God, I'm not a redhead, but I am trans and indigenous and fetishists so the worst. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not here to say that, like, me being a redhead is in any way, shape, or form like being trans and indigenous or another, like, marginalized group that gets fetishized. Hey, I should be the one to have you do a face reveal. I mean, eventually. I'm sure it probably will happen eventually. Just definitely not today. I'm in my pajamas. You guys don't need to see me in my pajamas. I also have the lights turned off because I have, like, a little bit of a headache, so, I don't want, like, bright lights on right now. I've got him on a redhead, but I am trans indigenous. Yeah, so fetishize, but, like, yeah, so I'm not comparing myself to that struggle, but in terms of, like, being as someone who has been, like, fetishized, it's not great. It's really bad. And I didn't even realize how much of a thing it really was until I started, like, going online for dating. Like, because I had been in the same relationship for a really long time. And I had been flirted with, occasionally, but I didn't realize that people were super into me being a redhead specifically. And it got to the point where I like, made a folder on my phone of, like, all the weird comments that I would get because of my red hair. Like, people would just be like, I love redheads, or, like, I've always wanted to date one, and it's like, why would you say that to somebody? I don't understand. I shall pay you money to see you. I mean, I have in the past made it a goal that if I got 30 subs, which I don't think I've ever gotten on this channel, I would do a face reveal. That was, like, for the last subathon, I really, truly did, so, but, I don't know. The last couple times I've tried to do subathons, it hasn't really panned out for me. I think maybe I just need to try harder. We did get pretty close. We did get really close that one time I did a subathon. We almost got there, but it didn't quite do it. I also personally always have some back and forth in my head on subathons because, like, I am not really somebody who does this for the money. I have a pretty comfortable living situation, so subs, most of the sub money that I get, I try to, like, donate, so I sometimes feel weird asking for subs. I mostly became an affiliate just so that I could get, like, fun emotes that people can use and get to use channel points, not to get money, so also no pressure to send me anything. Don't we still have things to do for those goals? Legos and some OT thing? Yeah, technically. Oh, yeah. I build a Lego thing. And then there's also, the Ocarina of Time randomizer I started. But then I kind of let that fall off the wagon because it seemed like not many people were interested in it. Like, I didn't seem to get a lot of views from it. And when I did interest polls, not many people voted for it. So, I feel like I need to get better ideas on how to. I feel like the one way to drive up subs for me would probably not be, like, get me to play something, but, like, one, I would need to do the face reveal. And then two, if I switched to being a face cam streamer, I could totally do, like, get Dove to eat a weird thing on camera. Like, I would love to do, like, a stream where Dove just buys a bunch of snacks and then tries some weird snacks. Although, it would be a little limited because of my dairy allergy. Yeah, sounds about right. $150 about, yeah. Yes, please do not just give me $150 right now. Don't do that. Like I said, the next time I do a subathon, I want it to be a bit more charity, focused, rather than you just giving me money, because I feel like that's more responsible, so don't listen to her. Please listen to me, don't give me money right now. So, anyway, I'll suffice it to say, my headspace is weird right now, and I appreciate all of your support and love regardless. Yes, if you're gonna give someone $150, give Gardrak $150. If you give me $150, I'm probably just gonna like match the donation to Gardrak, honestly. So if you want to just not have to worry about, like, the extra step, give right to Gardrak. They absolutely need the money right now, so please give it to them. I promise I won't use to buy food. JK, I told. But let Gardrak get as much food as they want. If you give me $150, I will probably blow it on edibles and Taco Bell. That's a valid way to use $150, okay? Like, I bet everybody else in this chat probably needs $550 more than I do. So, like, give them your money. Don't give me money. Please and thank you. Anyway. So that's where we're at right now. Girl, I work for Apple. I don't need money, lol. I mean, I just kind of assume because, like, some people, on average, most people need $150. So I said $150 strictly edibles, you're honest, would last me a month. I'm glad you're in a good financial place, though, Marie. That's awesome. Good for you. That's good. It is a rare thing to be well off, so hold on to that. Anyway. So yeah, what was the thing? Yeah, so yeah, I said the two things, that I was low on energy and that I was probably gonna be not streaming for a while, and I was going to look at my calendar before I got distracted. Yes, hiatus. Well, it's mostly because I'm going on a vacation, so, and I'm spending time with family mostly, so, that's why it's a stream hiatus. I'm not going on hiatus to stop stream for the listeners of stop taking a break from streaming necessarily. Although I guess they're not super distant from each other. I have the next time I might be streaming will be on the 15th. I've never been on a vacation as an adult. However, I'm not because I have no income, baby. I don't work, I'm always on vacation. Also fair. Really, I am also, I guess, haha. Yeah, so I am taking time off to spend with family, so I will not be available. Like, there's a chance I might stream once tomorrow, maybe. I don't know if I can stream. I don't think it'll be Miss Stream Mondays with Bree, though, because I need to, I want to kind of earmark Monday for stuff, so I've been on, 4 vacays and adults. All of them have been going to Ohio to annoy my college friends who are still up there. I have people in Ohio that I annoy, so... respectable way to spend your vacation, honestly. I mean, going somewhere. I guess I went on a trip once, which sort of maybe counts. Speaking of not working, did you know my brain is busted? No, I'm so sorry, Canada, that sucks. I honestly feel like my brain might be busted. I don't know what's going on with my brain. I think the thing that sucks is, and that I'm upset about the most, is I feel like my focus and my ability to, get stuff done is not as good as it used to be. I feel like when I was in, school, it was really easy for me to, prioritize and do things pretty well. I mean, I wasn't perfect, but I got most stuff done. But as an adult right now with a full-time job, I feel like I'm not as capable of, doing stuff as I used to, which sucks. I think I did a lot of good stuff this week. However, I also feel like I kind of slacked off a couple days, so these are my most used emotes for some reason. You just really like having big eyes and a bushy tail. I don't know. That's me reading. That's me making inferences based on your emotes. It's like one of those it's like if, your third most common emote is what your... Okay, guys, post your third most used emote. That emote describes your love life. Go. What's mine? This is my third most used vote. So that would say that my love life is cozy, which that's pretty accurate, yeah. That's an accurate statement. I am schizotypal, fear me. Please don't, I promise you not to. Oh, are you? Okay. Do you... I don't want you to, you don't have to share anything you don't want to in terms of, your medical health, but do you have, Is it like a schizophrenia kind of thing? Like how, like typical, or is it more like I guess there's probably a spectrum related to it and stuff? All my use emotes I use once, except all my most emotes I only used once, except. So your love life, you just have a lot of love, Gardrak, and I love that for you. You are a very sweet person. So, but this is in slot 3. So, your love life is very non-binary dominant, I guess. I'm a sussy tail just wagging. You're like, I am here to play and be frisky. Eyebrow waggle, eyebrow waggle. It's like a less severe, maybe, version of schizophrenia. It's got a lot of same symptoms, but compared to the people I know with full schizophrenia, it's probably less bad. Okay, so do you suffer from, like, a lot of, like, I know a lot of people with schizophrenia have, like, hallucinations and stuff like that. I don't know, do you struggle with that? I know schizophrenia also has, like, a mood element to it, I believe. It's been a while since I've taken Psych 101, so I don't remember all the symptoms of schizophrenia, but I know it's a very, yeah, I was also thinking that I knew there was someone else in chat who had that same kind of stuff, but I wasn't sure who it was. I have a lot of love and I'm non-binary. Too bad I don't have anyone in my ear to share with. Oh. You know, as someone who recently moved to a new place where I wasn't sure what the gay community was going to be like, I was surprised by how simple, I guess, not simple. It was a lot. It took a while. It took me until, like, recently to, like, find community in my area, but now that I have it, I just know so many people. It's great. It's also part of the reason why I'm, like, struggling with my job situation, because, like, if I get a new job, like I said, the odds are is if I do a really concerted job search, I'll probably have to move, and that would suck, especially since I just started meeting people and stuff, so really rough things. I see and hear shit that aren't there. I have this whole paranoid delusion I don't want to get into. Okay. So then that would be pretty standard, typical schizophrenia stuff. Okay, I'm really sorry you have to deal with that. That sucks a lot. I can't imagine what it would be like to have to not be able to fully trust your senses like that. It sounds horrible. But I'm also, like, self-aware enough that I can identify them as such. Okay, so, like, the things happen, but you're like, you suck, get out of here. I can't even leave the house is the problem. Right, yes, I remember you were saying, yeah, I know I know a lot about your struggles, Gardrak, and I won't talk about those unless you want to talk about them publicly, but yeah, it's tough when you can't leave the house, yeah. Because a lot of that public community requires you to go out and find it, which is a barrier for a lot of people, so it sucks. Yeah, but I'm really grateful and lucky that I have people in my life who are really awesome right now, and I'm really happy I've made so many friends, and somehow, and now it's like great, and like having a bunch of like having like a community of mostly queer people is also super like liberating. I don't know, like I've never had so many like queer people as like my friends in my life, and I'm like, well, that's a lie. Actually, in high school, a lot of my friends were queer, although like it was one of those things where it's like you meet people who are also you, but you don't realize it's also, you know what I mean? Like it's yeah, my meds is why I'm self-aware enough, but before I started them, I was full on disassociated with reality. It wasn't good at all. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, good point's probably the meds, lol. Okay. Yeah, the meds, yeah, I'm sure meds would help with that. But like, yeah, I guess, yeah, in high school I had a lot of, I was with the gays, but it was one of those things where it's like, just like you gravitate towards your people, you know, without realizing it. I don't necessarily think I like sought out that community necessarily, like when I was younger. And then in college, I kind of was like, we're gonna be more straight now, which is probably the worst decision to make in college, but there's no going back now, I guess. And now I'm like, fuck that. We're gonna have a gay old time and it's gonna be good. Right now it's too hot, but even if it was better weather, I'd still have a lot of problems. Right now I have no clean clothes because our dryer is broken, but even then it's hard to go anywhere because I have to walk or bus, and that's all I don't think it's hot at all. Oh yeah, you're out like in the south and like, well, not, you're more in Midwest. You're like square middle of the country, but I know like towards like the southern half, there's like that huge like heat wave in Texas, and I think it's like traveling north. So honestly, it's might be encroaching a little bit more up where I live because the weather has started to not be as cold as it was before. Dove's political lesbian arc. I guess it's just, I feel like it's just, I feel like queer people, the more time I spend with queer people, the more I feel like the perspective feels right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like those people, and I talk about it like I'm not a member, but like, Dove's Bodily Arc. Yeah. It's just like, I feel like it just feels more like, I feel more like I'm with people who understand me. Bisexual liberation? Why is Shrek involved in this whole deal? How did Shrek get here? That's what I want to know. But like, yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm not going out of my way to avoid like the cis-hets necessarily. I still have straight people in my life. And I think, there's like a couple of people who I talk to regularly who are of the cis-het variety, but that's a smaller slice of the pie these days. So, and I'm okay with that. I feel like it's just better for me. Zan and Mag are my token cis-het friends. Zan and Mag are extremely valid cis-het friends. They deserve to be treasured. Oh, absolutely. That's why I like Mag and Zan are my only cis friends I'm really with. I've gotten to the point where I need queer friends with the queer experience. They just get me, so to speak. Yeah. And that feels weird to me because I feel like I still have like pretty intense imposter syndrome when it comes to queer spaces. Like, I think there's still a part of me that thinks that I'm intruding on those spaces, and that I don't actually fit in. Like, I'm not gay enough, which is, classic bi phobia creeping in. And oh, so you're extremely queer then? I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can quantify it, really. I just feel like, I don't know, it's so weird talking about it because I really haven't talked much. Every queer person's gone through that stuff, but I know, but it still happens. I'm still like, no, Pride Month's not for me. What do I have to be proud of? Yeah, no, and I think it's also a consequence. No, I know you are. I think it's also that consequence of being in the closet for so long. It's just like the reflex of being like, it's not, I don't need to be out and proud, and meanwhile you suffer inside. But I was probably like 2 days ago, and that pinged in my brain for a bit, and I'm legit a chick with a dick. Man. You're like, somehow, okay, that actually does, because like, I feel like if there's any, like, yeah, like, that, yeah, I think it's pretty, it is something I probably should internalize, that like, it's a very big queer mood to like feel like you don't belong. So coming out all is scary, that's definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm still not out to a lot of people in my life at the moment, but I am very much out to, most, I mean, I don't say hello, I'm bi, but like, I at least, like, when it comes up, I'll mention it, or I'll talk about wanting to date women or being interested in dating women. You know, coming out is also continuing process and super queer. Yeah, no, very true. I am not to give away too much about my attitude and overall aesthetic, but I feel like I use finger guns all the time, Marie. I've been out for 10 years into sexuality and about 8 years for gender, and that's why I still don't feel queer enough. Which, that honestly shocks me, Panda, because, like, honestly, if I were to open up the dictionary and go to the word queer, and someone were to put, like, a picture, an example of what a queer person looks like, I feel like you would be the perfect photo, because I feel like you just are, like, the least cis het in my mind. Even though some people still seem you're straight, I'm sure. I feel like most people probably would. I was about to say, if you were to I'm sure if most of you were to see me on the street, you probably wouldn't assume I'm queer. Like, I think the queerest part about me is the fact that my hair is a little shorter, but even still, like, plenty of straight people have my hair cut, so, like, I'm not the most visibly queer person I know, and I'm still not queer enough. See what I mean? No, very true. I mean, not assume, but I'd hope. Yeah. Yeah, I feel most people probably wouldn't think of me as anything but straight to the board, so... but who knows? Maybe people were able to clock me somehow. I don't know. Despite the fact that my dress style is very normal. I don't damn, she's pretty. I hope she's gay. I'm sure that's what plenty of women, femme people who love femmes, or queer people who love femme people, femme presenting people, think about me. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had anybody, at least that I knew in person, who had a crush on me was a woman, or, like, not a guy. I think all the people who've expressed a crush on me that I knew, that I, like, met in person were, like, you know, were men. So, sapphic people. There we go. That's better. I have had, obviously, like, I've had, like, people be interested in me, like, online, like, when I'm on dating apps and stuff. Like, people would, like, tell me, you know, that I was, you know, I'd get matched with women and stuff. Although I kind of chalk that up to it's just harder to date women as a woman than it is to date guys, so what you gonna do? It's, like, hard to express that as a sapphic because you're generally hyper-aware and you don't want to seem creepy. Very true. You gotta get lesbian nails. Yeah, that is a problem. My nails are... I tend to have very long nails. Not for any reason, but just because, like, they grow fast and I'm not always on top of cutting them. But maybe I just need to cut... I just need to cut the right fingers, and then people will, like... I'll get it on. Yeah, I think that's true, too. That I think a lot of sapphic folks are very aware of how much women get, like, harassed by people, and they're like, I don't want to put this person off and make them feel uncomfortable, so the flirtation gets more subtle, and then you're like, do they like me? I'm a fucking messenger, and I just had these areas. He gets horny, like, once a season for, like, 2 days. That is okay, Marie. That's... Plenty of people are like that, I'm sure. Sometimes, like I, you know, it is valid to just be like, you know what, dating, why bother? Like, that's okay. I think, honestly, in the past, if anything about these past 2 years have shown me, it's that there is so much value in, like, non-romantic relationships in your life. Like, having a bunch of friends and family that you can lean on for support is so valuable. And I really want to just crush the idea of, like, the romantic person in your life is the only / most important Because, like, fuck that value. I like to think of all my relationships as important in my life, and I wouldn't want one relationship to be the one that trumps them all, because, I don't know, what if that person is, lets you down? Then what? Because I need companionship, even if I'm Arrow. Yeah, of course, everyone needs companionship. Like, companionship is one of the most important things as a human being. We all want, like, someone in our life, people in our lives who love us and care for us and support us in all the ways they can. The idea that that's not for... I'm being poly, I don't have just one person, so hopefully that works out for me. Hey, yeah! If you're poly, you got good odds, I actually, you got those good odds on you, Relationship anarchy. Hell yeah, right? Hierarchical relationships fucking in the dumpster. Yeah, it's just, I'd like to think that I value and hold everybody that I'm, like, that there are people in my life who are special, and they're special for their own reasons, and, that I don't like the idea of thinking of one person as a higher priority than another. Like, I mean, I guess I have people in my life that I tend to want to hang out with more than others, but not necessarily because of how they're related to me, if that makes sense. Good evening, Devin Chat. We're talking right now. I have not, once again, for the second time in a row, I have not started my game that I was supposed to be playing. I'm just sitting here with the music off and just my player characters frozen in front of a Pokemon Center. I don't seem to have the capacity to be good friends with someone without wanting to date them, Yeah. Meanwhile, I rank my friends on a tier list wild how different people's regression. You have a tier list for your friends, Satellite? Oh my god. Cutthroat. My girl kissed another guy, and we stumbled for a bit, but I decided to stick with her, and she's absolutely ashamed of what she did, especially when she knew how badly distributed in a hospital. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. Relationships are also the best thing. I love talking about cool stuff for 45 minutes or hour before playing. The only reason I tend to provide priority for because of PD's a bitch and me pick favorites. Hey, that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having favorites. I'm not saying that, like, if you have people you care about more than other people that you're a monster or anything. Like, that's just how it works a lot of the time. Like, you can only give your attention and care to so many people because we're humans and we're limited like that. I just feel like, for me, that, like, I feel like I don't want to just put all of my energy into my romantic interests. I want to put my energy as well into people that I love because they're my friends, and my family too. Like, all of those relationships deserve my love, and I don't think they're less important or more important. My FP, my favorite person, needs to be available to date, so that's rough, buddy. Unless that's cool with you, in which case, nice. As long as it's working out, I guess. So, anyway, yeah, anyway, see, and, like, I don't want to have to separate friends and lovers, and also I don't want much of anything to do with my bio family. So you just want to have a harem, gotcha. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, but it's not, but I can't control it, so it is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry then, Panda. But yeah, sometimes people, it doesn't work out. My best friend and I have been sexually involved, but, like, it's a rare, rare thing. Usually we just send each other memes and watch movies. Hey! Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I just do kind of want to, I do kind of just want to have a harem. Hey! Also fine, also valid, as long as there's consent involved. I do have a boyfriend now, though, says, oh, you do? Oh my god, congratulations. That's awesome. What's he like? Is he cool? Tell me a really embarrassing thing about your boyfriend. I love I love hearing about other people's, well, I love it, but also there are times where I've, like, people have introduced me to their significant other, and I'm just like, I'm so happy for you. Like, have you guys ever been in a situation where someone, like, a friend of yours is, like, introduces you to their, like, significant other, or their partner, and then you're just like, well, this is a choice. like, you know that it's you know, they just seem something seems a little off or something. I'm fucking sister's fiance. I hate that dude. That's who she sees. My ideal relationship would just be a best friend who we happen to cuddle and, like, on top of the normal best friend stuff. That sounds delightful, sad. Cuddles are pretty great. I didn't really used to like cuddling all that much, to be honest, but I think now I've sort of, I realized that to make cuddling fun, you have to be really you have to, like, want to cuddle, and, like, once you want to cuddle, then it's good, which is a weird thing to realize. Like, oh, I'm actually okay with physical it's like, so it's not that I don't like this particular form of affection, it's that I only want to do it when it's with people, like, I feel really close to, and or I want to get cuddles from. You know? This is probably fastest ever gone in a relationship, and it's scary, but I'm also thrilled because it's really tough. Well, I wish you the best with that. Normalized platonic cuddles. Yes! Normalized platonic cuddles. I believe in that. Absolutely. You know, I also, okay, soapbox time. Can I get on a soapbox? Freaking normalize telling people I love you, regardless of relationship status. If you love someone, fucking tell them you love them. None of this, oh, we have to wait for the right time bullshit. Just tell them you love them. Tell people you love them. I don't care. Fucking tell them you love them. I don't care if they think that they're gonna get, like, oh, just tell them you love them, okay? Tell the people in your life that you love them. No qualifications, no, oh, I love you. Just tell them you love them. Come on. Sorry. Anyway. Yes, I have been in a situation. Sometimes you just see your relationship go, well, that's gonna go down in flames. You do you, though, homie. Yeah. Sometimes you're just like, well, I'm here if you need me, you know? I mean, I guess, I don't know if that's happened in a while, but yeah, like, I've definitely been in those situations where I'm like, I don't know what to do because, like, I don't, you know, yeah, it's just rough. I was chatting with him and I said, gender norms are just social contract, and his first response was, so is helping poor people. And that just fucking floored me. Like, poor people, are social contract to you, dick. They only exist because society has decided that money isn't a thing. Fuck you. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. That's a weird thing to say, yeah. I mean, like, I think that, like, I feel like talking about something as a social construct is, like, I think, like, that's such a very, that response to that statement is such a very, like, I don't know if nihilistic's the right word, but, like, it's very much like a, like, whataboutism kind of tactic, where it's like, the reason why people talk about or have that statement of, like, gender norms are a social construct is because so many people think of gender norms as, like, this rigid, sort of, like, almost, like, innate structure of society that just exists, like, you know, the fact that trees exist, you know, they're just there. They've always been there, which isn't true. Gender norms are something that humans sort of create. They're not static. They're oftentimes arbitrary. And that's really why that statement exists, because so many people, the way people enforce gender norms is by insisting that they're innate things that just exist regardless, that you can't, you know, they're like biological. That's why the whole biology thing with like the, you know, radical movements against trans people. That's why biology matters to them so much, because if they can claim it's proof that this is how it is by things that are beyond humans, then they're right. But their proof is always really flimsy, because A, none of them actually know anything about biology, and B, like, even if they do, like, it's just, that kind of thing. Oh, about a non-binary person? Well, fuck them. Hey, I'm a literal nuclear waste pile. That'd be a very interesting way. Yes, that's sometimes how I feel. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like, yeah, there are some people where you're like, well, all right. Hence my statement. I was actually talking to someone about social constructs and queer theory, and he brought up a good point about being a broader thing than just social construct when we delved into it. I forget everything we talked about because I was having because of an episode. That's totally fine. Yeah, like, yeah, and like, I mean, I think, like, obviously there's also the, like, thing about how, like, just because something is a social construct, I feel like sometimes then people might be like, well, if it's a social contract, then it doesn't matter, but it's like, social contracts obviously affect things, like, just because it's socially constructed doesn't mean it's not real or it affects people's lives. Like, obviously it does. Now, me not being allowed to beat you up is a social construct? Yeah, there you go. That's true. If it was social, it was only, people, there were societies exist in the past where the way you upheld your honor was by killing a whole family of people who upset you. So, we could bring that back. Not one good thing to do. The entire year started because I made Tucker Carlson and Tucker's. Well, fuck that guy instantly into the sun if he's fucking defending Tucker Carlson of all people. Well, at least he's not as bad as CNN. What? I don't really watch a lot of cable news, so I have no idea what kind of journalistic standards that CNN has. I assume they're, average at best, but, man, I feel like you can't really say that when there is a whole lawsuit that happened where they freaking found, like, actual text message evidence that not only were the Fox News hosts, like, lying about stuff, but they knew they were lying. Like, they full on knew that they were spouting bullshit. So, I don't know. CNN doesn't have that kind of, thing around them at the moment, so how are you gonna defend that, sir? I'm making a joke about how bad Tucker is. I'm making a joke with you later if I want to. Yeah, right? Like, this is your brain on Fox News. What's worse than a red flag? That's like, yeah, that is like, this man is like, yeah, I fucking hate my sister's fiance. Her fiance needs to, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, some people, that's kind of, it's just shaking my head. So, yeah, anyway. So I was in theory going to play, the Draft Lock, which is on the screen right now. I mentioned I was aromantic, and he proceeded to say, well, I think I'm aromantic too, then, and why are you marrying my sister? Yeah, what? Oh my god, wait, is he claiming aromantic in, like, the sense of, like, nah, I just want a bone, bro? Like, is that his interpretation? Fuck that if that's the case. Nah, this is just chatting now. Yeah, we're just chatting at this point. Like, also, that is the big, like, I mean, everything you mentioned is a red flag, but, like, oof, like, that's, like, like, I don't understand, like, being a cis-het man must be so lonely if, like, you cannot, if it's not manly to, like, love your wife. Like, what kind of sad existence is that? Oh, man. Um, just sounds like, and my sister just laughed at that too. So like, I don't understand straight people. I feel like it's one of those like. I feel like straight people, especially straight women, I feel like it's a lot of like making do with this like I feel like for a lot of queer people, it's like because you spend so much time like reevaluating sexuality and gender that like you're willing to reevaluate the ways relationships traditionally work. But I feel like straight people are still like in that kind of thing where it's like, oh, these rules exist for a reason and it's just how it is. You just gotta accept it. You know what I mean? Like, I would bet your sister, like, her fiance makes all these like, you know, weird jokes that, you know, maybe there are some of them that she's like a little uncomfortable with, but you know, it's sort of like when people make fun of, it's like a dark humor kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, ha, I hate my wife, and it's like, that's, you know, and I feel like it's sort of like you know, oh, I'm just joking kind of things, or at least that's the rationale. And then it's like, and then you know, it's also one of those things where I think, at least for straight women, it's kind of like, well, at least he's not abusive, at least he doesn't hit me, kind of thing. So I think it just goes to show, in other words, how low the bar is. Like, the bar is so low. Like, it's just so... it's just so low. And then I also, like, I don't know. I feel like it's, yeah. We gotta hit at least an hour of just chat. We've done it. We did it, folks. We did it. We hit an hour of just chatting. Dub, as someone who speaks to him, man, it's a fucking lonely existence for real. Yeah. I mean, I feel like cis-het men, obviously, like, cis-het men suck, but also, I feel really bad for cis-het men. I feel like masculinity, especially cis-het masculinity, is just so isolating and rigid and doesn't, like, kind of strips you out of so much of your humanity that it's like, why would you bother? Like, I don't know. I feel like I would not want to be a cis-het man, because I just feel like all that privilege comes at the cost of, like, just being miserable. I don't know. Like, I'm not surprised that, like, so many, like, I don't know, it's just really weird. There's millions of straight men out there, and straight women will settle for one that can spell his own name with only one hit. Very true, yeah. That's not dark humor. Dark humor is like joking about your trauma. You're joking about your flaws is funny, like, straight up. No, that is true. I guess it's not proper dark humor. I guess straight people just can't make good jokes. See, that's one of the reasons I often say I'll date men, but you gotta fucking actually try. Like, dudes just wear box-shaped clothing, single color, they don't do makeup, they don't groom much. I'm gonna date a cis-het man. I expect him to fucking try. If he's gonna wear like 3 rings, they're gonna fake lashes, so they gotta make attempt too. Yeah. I definitely have met, like, guys who I'm just like, I don't know, let's just, like, imagine not having to worry about, like, you could just exist and it's fine, like, what a world. Anyway, so, yeah, the game, so, for those of you who don't know, I am working through a Nuzlocke, a draft lock specifically, which is where the only options of Pokemon that I can catch are the ones that are on the bottom of the screen, the bottom left hand side with all the Pokemon on it. I can catch anything and use anything within those evolutionary lines. Last time was the worst stream of my life. Oh my god. I lost probably 4 Pokemon in one stream, which is pretty terrible. Imagine being Greasy Skeevy and never wipe your ass wearing shirt on its 3rd week, man. No, that's like my nightmare. Don't do it. Hey, even when I thought I was a man, I wiped my own ass. Good. I hope everybody here wipes their butt. Please wipe your butt. Do it nice. If you can afford to, get a bidet. That's honestly the best solution. Just get a bidet if you can. I've been considering looking into some bidet solutions if I have the means. Because Man, wash in the shower too. Yeah, fucking use your shower. They're a legit fan who think it's gay. They think it's gay to have a clean butthole. But, like, if your butthole's not clean, it gets, like, itchy and gross in there. How do you handle that? Like, no. Like, fucking wash your butt. Fucking clean your ass, guys. Clean your asshole. Your asshole deserves loving care, okay? It deserves your love. Please, please wash yourself. I'm begging you. We got a shower head with the wand. It's amazing for making me feel clean in my dog part. Ooh, that does sound nice. Yeah, because I feel like I want to have. I feel like a bidet would probably be like the platonic ideal of butt washing, but like they're probably expensive, and I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to like. You have to like totally renovate your bathroom or something in order to get one. Probably. Sad. For a bidet. I mean, like, I think, right? Or does it, or can you, do you need to have a bidet be separate from the toilet? Yeah, isn't it like, yeah, because it's like, you have the toilet, and then there's the bidet, and it's like a separate thing, right? And then you would probably need to have a new line. My ex had two, and they got on, oh, really? Really? Maybe the only bidets that I'm thinking of are like the really fancy ones. Oh, okay. So you can, okay, so it's like a travel bidet you can get. Okay. Someone, it's Happy Po, but butt shower. Nice. I'm looking on Amazon. Happy Bottom portable bidet. I might look into getting some of these. This is a travel bidet. Like, why not, you know? Just to, like, give my butt some extra love. I have bidets you can add to the toilet, taking water from the sink line. Oh, okay. That's cool. Also, welcome, Duncan. How you doing? Also, I am, like, sweating up a storm right now because I don't have AC, but I like don't want to turn on my AC because it's like smoky outside. And I mean, I have an air purifier, but I don't know how now, but I don't know how well it's going to work with the AC and stuff. They don't make toilets with bidets as part of them, but you can get ones that are retrofits to your already existing toilets. Ooh, nice. I mean, that would be, I mean, like, I think the, like a travel bidet would be, like, pretty good in the short term, but if there was a way to, like, do the retrofitting your toilet to be a bidet, that would be nice. Because, like, also it's probably going to save a lot of money on, like, wipes, you know? Ours are smoky from the wildfires. We've had our house closed up for a few days now. Yeah, my house is, it's not that bad. It was definitely worse, like, earlier in the summer. Or, like, earlier in June, it was, we had some bad smoke. But now, it's, like, unhealthy, but it's not like my eyes are watering bad. So, yeah. I've just been, like, so now it's just kind of like, what's worse? Sweating, being too hot, or coughing up a lung? The fact I have to choose between those two options is real nice. I hate it. It is too hot here when my brain is fried. I need to escape this planet for the cold, expensive space. I'm so sorry, Gartrek. I mean, I've tried my best to keep my place as cool as possible. It's, again, my main ability to help regulate the temperature is kind of trashed because of the smoke outside. So it's like a perfect storm of I'm sweating, plus there's also no AC, so I just bake. But I'm really sorry, Gardrick. I wish there was a way I could help more. I should be glad I don't have the smoke. I mean, like, it's okay to be upset about what's happening with you. Just because it could be worse doesn't mean you're not allowed to be upset with what's happening to you at the moment, you know? Totally cool. Like, honestly, considering the temperatures that I've been seeing down where you are, from I was looking at a big map earlier today, it looks pretty bad. So isn't it like 90s where you are right now? That's like really hot. So I do not. You are within your rights to be upset and miserable. Oh my god, 102. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. Definitely allowed to be really pissed about that temperature. But even if it was only like 80, if you don't have AC, 80-degree weather is really, 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 really bad. Like, to be in for a really long amount for like a time without any kind of breaks, you know what I mean? I honestly should be drinking more water considering the temperature. Cool. I just checked the weather. Air quality alert's not gonna be better maybe until Saturday morning, hopefully. It feels like they keep pushing it back and I'm very upset about it. It's not their fault, but like, let me check the like map. There's like a forecast of like the air quality alert stuff on air.gov. Hold on. 91, but feels like 101 here now. Oh shit. I am so sorry. That is awful. Yeah, no, that's like an oven right there. Okay, yeah, so it's supposed to be moderate tomorrow, so it's supposed to decrease overnight, but we'll see what happens. IDK if it's smoke or just haze here, but it's like foggy without fog, without the orange color of smoke. Hold on, we can check this together. By the way, if you guys want really good information about the air quality in your area, I highly recommend air.gov, airnow.gov. It's a government website. We're going to block. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I accidentally dox myself, we're going to... Please block. Okay, I'm just going to go to like their fire and smoke map. Okay. So as you can see here, there is a lot of fucking smoke. This is where the worst of it is. So if you're in Connecticut, like definitely there is smoke happening in your area. It's, I think the worst right now, kind of in so it's really bad, like kind of on the eastern seaboard, like in New Jersey especially is having it rough. I know it was really bad out in Ohio a couple days ago because my friend who lives there was having a rough time, but it seems like it's cleared up a little bit over there. Now they're fueling it down in fucking Florida. Imagine. Man, this is the worst. Anyway, East Coast looking pretty good, all things considering. But the West Coast is not having it great, right? East Coast, I mean, is not doing well right now. Oh, cool. I'm already hearing people should not be letting off fireworks right now. If it's smoky out, it's just gonna make things worse. Alright, hold on. Let me go back to chat. IDK if it's smoker. Yes, it's smoke. Oh boy, yeah. You just zoomed around. Oh, hilarious. People like, let's make the air quality worse. Yeah, let's just make the air quality just even worse. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm grateful that some rain has gone through the area now. Because for a while we had not gotten a lot of rain. We were under fire alerts like earlier in the month. So, like, if it was dry out, that would be really dangerous with fireworks. Like, I would hate for there to be an actual, like, forest fire in my area. It's fucking June. I know, it's fucking June. Let's accidentally start another wildfire in our area. Yeah, let's do that. Like the fucking gender reveal party that ended in a fire. Let's not be responsible, you guys. Um, let's see. Let me check out the interactive map. Hold on. This should tell me the AQA. Okay, here we go. This is another cool map of your area. So here's the bigger part. So yeah, if you live out like in this part of the country, you're doing all right, especially up in like the Pacific Northwest. I'm assuming wildfires are starting. Like this probably isn't from the Canada smoke. I'm guessing this is probably actual like fires that are happening like out west. This stuff is all the smoke that's coming up from Canada. So, yeah, that's like basically the whole half of the U.S. is under smoke monitor, which is awesome. And if you're in this part of the country, so the tri-state area, especially, and down into like Washington D.C. area, a little bit in Ohio. Yeah, don't go outside right now if you can help it. Because, especially if you're in the red. The red's unhealthy, which is like, reduce your exposure, definitely. Yellow probably shouldn't be, if you can reduce it. You know, that this one, like, is not as concerning, but still concerning. So, yeah. And if you can, yeah. I'm in the yellow. Okay, so that's not bad. That you're in the yellow. I live next to that little orange dot in yellow. Yeah, I think you live out in Kansas, I think, right? So I'm living on yellow as well. So yeah, so you guys, you know, a little smoky, but not too bad. Where I am, I'm in like the danger zone at the moment. So North Kansas City, okay. So we're all got a little bit of smoke inside us. Honestly, I think I'm also in the danger zone. Sorry, I'll put it back up again. I still have it. Yeah, so if you're in Connecticut, I don't know which city, but this is Connecticut. But like, so if you're in this half of the state, that's the yikes zone. This part of the state is, I think, unhealthy for sensitive groups is the color there. I personally I believe, honestly, if you want to be safe than sorry, if you go to like your AQI rating for your area and you put in like, and the AQI is above 100, I honestly would just like wear a mask outside at minimum. You probably can still do activities outside if it's in this zone. If you're in the unhealthy zone, you probably should just stay inside as much as you can. And if it's in like, you probably could go outside for like limited activity. Don't do any like hard labor though. If it's like hazardous, stay inside. Don't go outside. Like, definitely, because that can get really dangerous. Like if it smells like smoke, don't be outside. Definitely. But oh yeah, we're in the red. Oh, rough. That's the yike zone. Yeah, it is the yike zone. I mean, I've seen worse. This isn't as bad as the other smog that was in the area earlier in the year. That one was like, it was actually like hazardous at one point. And it was really bad. It smelled like smoke. Like I was driving actually from a different part of Pennsylvania back to where I live, and it, like I smelled it. Like I was like, why does it smell like smoke? And then I stepped outside and I was like, why am I coughing? Is there a fire? And then I looked it up and was like, oh shit. So the one where it was like 102% accurate or something, yeah, like it was really, 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 really bad. And I was about to say something else, but then it would kind of give away a little more about where I live. But yeah, it's just not. It hasn't been great for this area in terms of air quality. So, yay. Also, it feels like I'm like the only person who masks outside for this kind of stuff. Like I see so many people with their windows down, and all that stuff, and I'm like, how can you handle the like scratchiness in your throat? Like it irritates. Like I don't have any kind of pre-existing health conditions surrounding my lungs, so I'm pretty okay most of the time. But, like, even I was bothered by, like, the smoke. Like, I could feel it in my, like, I could feel like I was caught when I coughed. It, like, felt like I could feel the phlegm. Like, I could feel that my lungs were, like, trying to expel particles. Like I wouldn't be able to, like, it just didn't feel good. So it's not healthy to breathe in this kind of air quality for that long. So I partially blame it on, you know, masking being associated with being weak-willed or whatever. Like, now that that's a thing, it's really upsetting. Also, I wear a mask when this happens. I have asthma. It was easier to breathe in my heavy-duty mask than to breathe through the raw air. Wild shit. Wow. Yeah. No, understandable for you to wear a mask in this thing. Like, but just like it was just so shocking to me. It's like, how are you not having trouble breathing? Like, I don't. Like the especially like when it was really bad, like it looked like it was orange outside. Like, I mean, not like huge, like really really orange, but like there was an orange yellow tint to everything. It's like, what is happening? Like, how do you not realize that this is dangerous? I honestly feel like, I think the problem is also that the messaging has been really bad with this kind of stuff. I think it's also like wildfire smoke of this magnitude is not really precedented for the eastern seaboard, so a lot of people aren't super aware of how bad air quality can affect you long term. And also, I feel like it kind of emphasize, like, oh, you only really need to wear a mask if you're sensitive to this kind of stuff. But, like, honestly, anybody, even if you don't have a pre-existing condition, the more you expose yourself to smoke inhalation, the more it, like, affects you. That's why secondhand smoke was banned from most restaurants, because even if you're not smoking the cigarette, it can still hurt somebody if you're sitting nearby. So I was purple in Silicon Valley like 3 days. Purple? Holy shit. That's apocalyptic right there. Yeah, so, like, you know, if you're from California, like, you know, you know all the shit, but, like, it's just really frustrating. And, like, I feel like there could be more done to, like, inform people, like, oh, by the way, like, it's very dangerous actually to be breathing in this air for, like, a high quality. And then you got Fox News going like, yeah, well, people, just go ahead and, like, go outside and breathe in the death air. That's a good idea. It's very frustrating. You know, I mean, most of the people that I know are aware that this is really unhealthy. Like, I had my mom text me. It was like, oh yeah, I saw your area is under another air quality alert. Make sure to wear a mask outside and stay inside and stuff like that. So, like, and my mom is, like, not, like, you know, I don't know. So like, she's at least aware of how dangerous this can be. So, I don't know. Anyway, my point being, we sure do live in a society, don't we? That's my hot take. It's a real deep and nuanced take, I know. I know, it's what you all came for. You all came for my nuanced take, which is that we live in a society. Sign up for my podcast now at therationaldove.com. Not a website I have. Anyway, we are 10 minutes away from me taking my normal midstream break, and I still haven't started the game. Eat the gummies, eat the Taco Bell, for tomorrow we die. So this is very productive stream right now. I'm also waving my hands to try and, like, make myself cooler. Both physically and aesthetically. So, as I keep trying to say, I have this draft block, right, that I'm supposed to be doing. And the last time we streamed it, I had a lot of casualties. At least 5 of my Pokemon died, maybe 4. A lot of them died. And I don't even think I've run out of all. I do not have any more reserves. I have, like, only 5 Pokemon. I don't even have a Pokemon that can learn Surf. So we're in real tight shit right now. I don't do much THC, to be honest. It's really bad for my paranoid delusions. It's just kind of funny to talk about sometimes. That is fair. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I don't know because I'm not a scientist. I'm an amateur scientist. I'm not like an expert in like these things specifically, but like I would imagine that any kind of medication, if you have any kind of like paranoia or any kind of schizotypal disorders where like I imagine like it's really delicate whenever like it affects your brain, you know, like whenever like whatever kind of drug you take affects like your mood in a brain kind of way. Like I can see how that would be super. It would be it would be a tight balance, and I'm sure it affects people differently. Really enough, THC doesn't affect paranoia, only hallucinations. Okay. Yeah, so like, you know, I would imagine that any kind of drug that like does a lot of impact on your mood or really affects your brain chemistry would be something to tread lightly around if you have that kind of condition. Yes, case by case, brain by brain. Brains are all special. So, I mean, you could say that about anybody, but I imagine it's even more sensitive when you have that kind of thing to worry about, because if you don't have the right amount or if you take the wrong drug, then it could really activate some harmful stuff, and then it's not fun. It's kind of like how I have to be careful with my medications because weirdly enough, some medications have dairy in them, specifically probiotics. I bought some probiotics because I was like on antibiotics, so I was having some probiotics to try and balance it out, and I had one, and then I felt really ill afterwards, and then I looked at the ingredients, and it said contains dairy, and I was like, this feels like a trick. So I was able to find some probiotics that don't have dairy in them, but yeah, medication can be dangerous to play with sometimes, even over the counter stuff. Anyway, so my point is, back to the game, that I'm in a really tight ship. The only Pokemon that's, like, eligible for me to get right now would be a Weasel. That would cost me my chance at or that would cost me some of my ability to get Heracross. So it's like a risk reward. It's either that, or I try and get myself a Golduck to learn Surf and be my sixth party member. One of those things. Before the new medication I had, the last one I was on, it had an interaction with every single other man. No! That's the worst! I'm sorry, Panda. That sucks. Oof. Oh my god. It's like a perfect storm of stuff. And I imagine most of the stuff that you would be on would be like brains of it's okay, I'll just be hell sleepy. Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of brain medications or medications that affect the brain probably have fatigue as a side effect, which makes sense. I feel like your brain, I mean, I guess it depends on like the actual like kind of compound, right? Because there are like stimulants, and then there are like, what are they called? Like depressants. Yeah, depressants are like the ones that like lower, like make your brain turn down, and then like stimulants are ones that like turn your brain on, kind of. Oh, benzos. Okay, yeah, that will definitely make you sleepy. So yeah, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me that a lot of them have like fatigue as like a problem. Speaking of fatigue, I am still yawning over here. Anyway, so I kind of ended the last stream kind of ended early because I ran into this problem and I couldn't really go past it because I didn't know if it was legal as per this competition to like do what I'm doing. I got one person saying that says I say do it, but they're not technically the person running the competition, so I'm kind of like, do I just listen to what they have to say, or do I wait for like one of the actual people who started this thing to comment on this dilemma that I have? Because I'm still soft locked if that's the case. So, yeah. Decisions. Also, we're in a real tight spot regardless. Because freaking Candace is going to be the worst. Like I said, I got one person in the chat who said that they think I should do it. They're like, I say do it. I almost got into this situation. I was wondering the same thing myself. Candace duh. Again, this person's not like the main like person who like set up the competition. Because I'm weird, I'm currently trying to get every possible ribbon onto my shiny Vespiquen and my Meloetta. Have fun! Send help. That sounds pretty strenuous, but I believe in you. So I don't know. Yeah, like one person responded. It wasn't like the person who was in charge. I think you have to go for the Buizel, right? If I'm not allowed to use, so my question to the people was if it was okay for me to use a dead Pokemon to do surf, so that I could surf and then get, because right now my only option for getting a Pokemon that I can use straight up, not even just can surf with, just you. Well, that's not true. I probably could go to actually I could go to Mount Coronet and get a Geodude if I wanted to. So never mind. I can't get a Pokemon I can use. I can't progress because I don't have a Pokemon that knows surf. The only options are either I catch a Buizel on Route 205, excuse me. And then catching it on 205, and then I can teach that surf, and then problem solved. However, I was hoping not to have to do that because then that means 2 of the honey trees that are eligible for me to use to get Heracross are no longer eligible because I would have caught something on Route 205. So that's why I haven't caught another Buizel this whole time, because I was trying to save that route for a Heracross. The Buizel is in the grass, however, because of how the honey trees work, when you catch one, I think it would count. I guess I have to, actually, I need to look at Cherrim. Ooh. I got to unpause the game for the first time the whole time I've been playing. Because I thought that, when you catch a Pokemon off of a honey tree, it labels it, like, where it's found is on Route whatever. So, in that case, then, Mr. Stabby was caught in, the first honey tree location, Floroma Meadow. So, Floroma Meadow I wouldn't be able to use anymore, but yeah, so in other words, if I catch something on a route that has a honey tree also, it's either one or the other, it's not both. Now, if Mr. Stabby did count as my actual, honey tree encounter, and I have literally no other options, and it just says found on a honey tree or something like that. No, okay, see, so the label on Mr. Stabby is Floroma Meadow, which means that, I feel like I'm on delay. Am I? No. Which means that I can't catch, so I can catch, if I catch something on Route 205, that's the only thing I can catch on it, and that includes the honey trees. Because that would also, by that logic, then I would also be able to catch, say, something while surfing on any of the routes, because it would be separate, which is the case. Speaking of meds and all that, I need to go to bed. It's time. Good night. Devin chat. Have a good night. I almost called you by one of your older names. Panda. Good night. But the wheel, Dove. Hi, Morgan. How you doing? I think you go for Buizel. It sucks to give up on Heracross, but you're not actually soft locked. Yeah, that's true. I am not actually soft locked. I'm just being a petty bitch who I just want my Heracross, and I mean, it's not like I'd be giving totally up on Heracross. There's still more trees that I can use than the ones on Route 205. Like, I still have a whole bunch of, like, routes I haven't caught anything from, even though I could have, because if they have honey trees on them. So, it's not like it's the only place I could get honey trees. But there are a lot of honey trees. There are 2. So, it really sucks to be limited a little more. Don't sound too excited to see me. We got Gliscor back. We did get Gliscor back. Yeah, Gliscor is still with us, even though technically they died. Thank God. Yeah, so the team right now is this. So the only Pokemon that survived who weren't like we lost a bunch of boys. Very sad time. These are the 4 boys you lost last time. Which is very tragic, and I'm still not happy about it. But we still have, oh, hold on. We still have Bad Touch. We still have your boy. Your boy's still with us, which is great. Good for me. Gliscor's still with us. We've got Zub, the boy, the oldest Pokemon that's been with us the longest. I shelved Zub for a while because I just had so many Ice type weaknesses. I was like, no. But now I have no choice. I have to have Zub on the team. And then we have Morgan Q. Also, we have a fucking huge weakness to Psychic types now. Because I have 3 Poison types. And one of the Poison types is quad weak to Psychic. So, that's cool. That's great. Real happy about that for me. So, if we survive till the Elite Four, Will is going to be my greatest nightmare. Like, frickin', like, your boy is going to have to carry that whole fight. I don't even think there's any other Pokemon that I could potentially catch, that would be more useful than your boy. Yeah, I think the only Pokemon I still haven't caught yet that I could catch that would be new is Snorunt. Oh, if I get Frozlast, then we're fine. If we were able to get a Frozlast, then cool. But it would be, so yeah, the only Pokemon we haven't caught yet are Snorunt, Electivire on Route 222, and Azelf we have not caught. So, yeah. And we're not going to be able to catch Snorunt until we get close to Candace. So, the next gym fight is Byron at Canalev. Bad Touch is going to be our main guy because he has to be. I think at this point we probably should also get Vorgod Earthquake because we desperately, that will just make him just so much better, and like it'll help a ton in the gym, in the steel gym. Spirit Gym is a tanky boy, but their friends are not good. No. When Sleepy sent me the file for that emote, it was titled "These Hips Don't Lie." If I suppose you still want to wait, I go grab a Geodude and carry them up. Yeah. Can anybody useful be revived? Yes, a lot of them can be. So right now, well, I guess it depends on if anyone's useful. So yeah, so right now, I think honestly I'm just gonna suck it up and get a Buizel, just because having a water type on the team is gonna be the most useful. Plus, I have to have one in order to do surf. Oh, I don't have to have a water type. There are Pokemon who aren't water type that can learn surf, but I don't think I have any Pokemon on my team in my options here that hi. Okay, so you're using your revive. Okay, let me show off what we got going on. So, So the Pokemon that can be revived are Jeff Bridges, Vortu, UCA, Vormon, the Azumarill, whose name I can't pronounce, Mr. Stabby, not Pew Pew, Fire Challenge, Martinus, and Lucy. Egdefile, Bloons, and Pew Pew are all permadead, so. Okay. Well, I feel like Martinus is going to be the most useful because he has a ton of coverage moves on him and isn't weak to either ice or psychic, which most of the others would be, I think. So, yeah. Yes. Thank you, Gardrek. You have saved me from whining to everyone. Okay, I will revive Martinez. Let me, X out of this. Let me, run my Nuzlocke thing, counter. Okay. So, Martinez. Hi. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Now we have their team ready to go. Huzzah! Tentacle lives. Indeed. Hold on. Okay, alright. Don't forget to put the clone dot on him, like, from the 6th day. I got honey barbecue chicken strips at DQ. Sounds good. Sounds delicious. Alright. So, I'm gonna bring up everybody to... what level? Okay. Oh, actually, I didn't... This team is not what I want it with. But I'll mark victory anyway. Okay, so this team was up against... So the team average was 35. So I want to bring up Zub and Morgan Cute to that level at the very least. So, whoop, whoop. Okay. Also, Zub being fast is going to be helpful too. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, first things first, before I forget, let's go and get ourselves Earthquake. Oh, fuck, I can't fly! No! Oh, no, I can. I gotta teach Zub to fly. No, I don't want to teach Zub fly. Fly sucks on him. I have to remove one of these then. I got really excited. I was like, yay, I get to do something. And then, nope. No, I don't get to do anything. You could use one of the corpses. I could, but I probably shouldn't. Like, that was the whole thing I was wanting to ask the organizers of this particular thing was like, am I allowed to, like, you know, no, most Lone Stalkers have the gold cap at the highest mon of the next big battle. So General Jimmy is the last member of the 4 champion at least. Okay. Yes. I purposefully have been not bringing up my Pokemon to level cap because like I wanted it to be somehow harder. I didn't want to because I'm not using grinding. I like didn't want to like over level my mons. Although, as it turns out, maybe my conservative nature this challenge is getting me into some hot water. Frustrating. But okay, let's teach someone fly. And we are getting to Canalop, so we will have the move deleter, which will be handy, so we can like remove HMs if need be, which will be nice once we get later into the game. Okay. Yeah. Zub's the only one that can learn fly. So I believe Zub's technically a physical attacker. So in theory, Air Cutter is worse than Wing Attack. So probably replacing Air Cutter with Fly. Hey Dove, I know I haven't been chatting much lately since I just wanted to thank you for being so welcoming to everyone's stream and being here to entertain us. I haven't had much to do and watching your streams daily and highly advantage. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I try to be as welcoming and inclusive as I possibly can. I want everyone in my chat to feel comfy. The only time I don't want you to feel comfy is if you're being a bigot or needlessly cruel, in which case fuck off. But also, you don't want to go up that high before you get there, so you don't actually go into overfighting. So you don't actually go overfighting random fighters. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So like, I want to keep. I think where my levels are at are fine. For now. If I feel like they're a little low, I could probably raise them up a bit more. Okay. So the reason why it has a high crit ratio. I think Air Cutter is fine to remove. Wing Attack is still pretty good because it's 100 accuracy and 60 base power. So I think we're gonna remove Air Cutter. And then we'll keep Fly. Cool. So now I have something to fly with. Oh, I should probably teach. Do we have all the other HMs? We need Surf. Martinus. Martinus will get a lot of mileage out of Surf. Goodbye, Bubble Beam. Surf is legit one of the best HMs. Really good move just to have. Like, I would teach a Pokemon Surf even if I didn't need somebody to surf on because it's just a really good move. Same thing with Waterfall. Waterfall's an excellent HM move. Orberg. Alright, so we want to go back to Orberg. We're going to go north. Crits are so busted in Gen 1. They are. Dodge Creo Slash gets a critical hit like 95% of the time. Holy shit. Bring back high speed equals crazy crit chance. Yes, no thank you, please. Gen 1 is still in timeout because it knows what it did. Come on. There we go. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're going into the secret part of Wayward Cave. We're not going to go into the actual Wayward Cave because, just no. Okay, Zub does not give a shit, so we can just kind of run with Zub in front. Also, once again, hello Duncan. I don't think you answered my question earlier of how you were. How you doing? Got anything to share with the class? Dove, oh Dove. I think you'd find it funny to know that somebody was like, were you the one who asked me if I was a hot librarian, or was that someone else? Oh, hi. I feel like that was somebody else. I think somebody else was like, are you a hot librarian? Yes, Lizzie asked if I was a hot librarian. Diablo 4ing. Ooh, how's that going? I have not played a single Diablo game in my whole life, so I have no concept for how good those games are, but I've heard good things. That sounds like something I would say, but I don't recall saying it. We know Dove at least has a hot voice and personality. I'm at least hot in certain ways. Isn't this where the secret entrance is? Can someone please confirm that this is where the secret entrance to? Or is it like up further? Because this way is the main entrance, but then there's a secret entrance. I'm not reading that one, Morgan. Really? We think my voice is hot? I don't know. My voice, I feel like my voice is pretty... Oh, okay. I wasn't in the right area. I think my voice is pretty average. I don't feel like my voice is particularly attractive. It just kind of exists. I don't know. What's hot about my voice? Do I just sound like, I don't know. Ooh, okay, we found it. All right. Oh, I technically need Flash. Fuck Flash. We don't need Flash. Haha. All right. So I gotta. There we go. Okay. It's cute. It's cheese flavored. It's just cute more than hot. Okay. Man, I really wish I could get a Gibble from here. That would be so nice. Sadly, I cannot. Okay. I have to remember how this works. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for being real pals and making me feel special and nice and attractive and all that stuff. Okay. Oh. I think I gotta get to the end of this maze and then I'll get Earthquake. Cool. I fucked up. Because all these Gibbles keep running. Oh, and Onyx. I know several ways I can make you feel it. Thanks, but I'm good. Being a lesbo is pish. Tell a girl she's banging and you get coming from you, queen. Lit, nah. I'm not saying that to be your pal. I'm saying, oh, I'm sorry. I need to say this. I need to have like a nice like Scottish, Welsh accent. Being a lesbo is pish. I tell a girl she's banging and you get coming from you, queen. Lit, nah. I'm not saying that to be your pal. I'm saying it to Shaggy. I think I butchered that. My apologies. Wow, Onyx. The man with the attack stat smaller than that of Oddish. Onyx is like... I feel like Onyx is one of the worst Gen 1. I mean, he looks cool. He's a pretty cool looking mon. But like... He has such poor stats for such a cool design, you know? Like, I want my Rock Snake to, like, terrorize the world. I don't want him to be weak sauce, you know? That was terrible, Duff. Thank you. You're welcome. See, I have my cute / hot voice comes at the cost of just me butchering every single accent. Just every one of them. Completely destroyed. Alright, hold on. I need to use a repel. Because this is starting to get really hard for me to actually do stuff. Repels. Where do I not have a repel on me? Wow. Amazing. How do I, or is it in, am I in the wrong, is it in items? Am I in the wrong? I might be in the wrong. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I was in the wrong pocket. I was like, how do I not have any repels just by like picking them up? Like, come on. Alright. Max ether, okay. Okay. I see what I gotta do. Haha! Figured it out. Puzzles are no match for me. Cool. Do it again. Steelix is the better guy. Same base stat, total different spreads. Yeah, Steelix is Steelix is the cooler Onyx. Steelix is just the cooler Onyx, that's all. Grip Claw, okay. Oh, come on. Whoop, and then across. Whoop. Oh, I fucked up. Hopefully that's not Earthquake. No, it's a rare candy. I have a lot of those already, but sure, I'll take another one. Okay. So, hold on, let me... I got my SSD today. Nice. I need my dad to help me because I want to boot off of it instead of my hard drive. Makes sense. Okay, Okay, what am I missing? How do I get in here? Huey Lewis did a shot-for-shot recreation of the scene from American Psycho with Weird Al. Instead of talking about Hip to be Square, he talked about the movie itself. It makes me happy he did that. Nice! I don't have much context for that because I know about American Psycho. I've never seen it, though. That's the one with, like, Kevin Spacey in it, and he's a weirdo and a creep, which, I mean, he is that in real life, so good casting, I guess. Man, how do I do this? Oh my god. Okay, there we go, we got it. Alright. I just had to be faster on the clickies. And Earthquake. Haha! Nice. Perfect. Let's get this sucker on Gliscor here. I'm totally fine with burning it on Gliscor. Like, I only get one. I know that. But I'm pretty sure Geodude can just learn it. like through level up, so. And I don't think any of my other Pokemon can learn it. Oh, oh, interesting. Apparently Toxicroak can also learn Earthquake. Not your boy though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the only other Pokemon that I would really get a lot of mileage out of it. Oh, American Beauty Dove. Whoops. Okay, never mind. I figured you would know that because you're on American Beauty. I'm sorry. Movies aren't my thing. I don't really watch a lot of movies or know a lot about movies, so, I get them confused really easily. Sorry. Alright, what are we forgetting? I feel like Slash. Quick Attack's still useful. Same with Feint Attack and Swords Dance. Get that Earthquake on there, bitch. Hell yeah. Maybe Aerial Ace might be a good one too. You know, because it's like a stab move. I might even forget that for Feint Attack, honestly, because... Let's see, do I have an escape rope I can use? Escape rope. I don't have anyone who knows dig, so I'll have to, like, backtrack out of this place the long way. Ah, I do have escape rope. 1. That's okay. We'll use it. American Psycho is the one with Christian Bale pretending to be a rich white yuppie who gets away with murder because he's a rich white. Oh, okay. I mean, ain't that how things work, you know? Rich people just are able to get away with everything and anything. Okay, so now we're actually gonna head to... No, not Sandgem Town. That was not where I wanted to go. We're gonna head to Jubilife, and then from there head to Canalave. I can also technically go a lot of places with Surf, but we don't need to do that. Oops, whoops. American Psycho is one on the business card scene that's been memed a lot. Oh, okay. Yes. Then there's a stream with the arm where the ATM playing plays Phoebe Stray Cat. I've been checking out Dugtrio Slash is actually the max possible critical hit ratio. It's not for a bug in Gen 1. It'd be 100%, but instead it's 99.6? Holy fuck. That's so busted. That is too busted. What the hell? Dugtrio was on the top of the world with that move. Holy crap. Oh my god. Based on a book written by a rich white yuppie who, based on interviews, sounds like he might have gotten away with murder because he's a rich white yuppie. Oh, fun. Alright, 218. Got an X accuracy. Okay. Alright. Yes, we're gonna surf. Before we move... What are our options for Route 219? This is like a route that we can actually get new Mons on, you guys. It's been freaking forever. Okay. Yeah, there's really not much point in me going down to Route 219 or 220. There aren't any new Pokemon I can really get there. The only real things that are down there are Honey Tree spots. And if I wanted to get Float Cell, I can get that there as well. And Giraffe Rig. I have another chance at Giraffe Rig down there. This route is either... Okay, literally my only option is Float Cell on 218. Oh no, they're actually... Okay. Or this is also a potential honey root tree as well. So... Ooh, fun. Dugtrio isn't even the fastest. It's tapped Alakazam, but Aerodactyl, Mewtwo, and Jolteon are higher, and Electrode is the highest. Oh, interesting. Why does it have such a high crit ratio, then? If it's... I know you said it's based on speed, but I guess it's not totally based on speed? Actually, I think I might take my midstream break now. It's a little late for me to take my mission break, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to get some water and also maybe turn on the AC and like step out of this hot room just for a little bit. Try and cool down a little bit downstairs because I'm really hot. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll be back. Hello everyone. How are y'all doing? Going off interviews with the guy, it sounds like he thinks that rich white yuppies are the gods of their own universe and that they can do no wrong and should be legal for the murder force. Wow. He sounds evil. Yikes. I mean, I guess you could say that's our society taken to its logical conclusion, you know? Alright, I'm gonna turn off this music. Okay. Okay, let me see. Platinum. Okay. I'm cold. Did you come give me a hug, Dove? Unfortunately, I am many, many, many miles away, so I cannot give you a hug right now. I'll give you a virtual hug, though. I'm sending you a virtual hug right now. Okay, so this... I'm a little worried about these fishermen with my Pokemon. I mean, Morgan Q can probably take care of Remoraid's because they're weak to grass, but I don't have any rock or electric type moves, so it's a rough showing for good old me. Alright. I can skip these fishers, it's fine. Virtual hug! I guess I'm like really paranoid now because I lost so many Pokemon. I'm like, I don't want to lose any more. Kind of cool. Virtual hug, exactly. Who doesn't like a good virtual hug? Okay, I don't know why the volume isn't on, but it's not on for some reason. Let's see. Yeah, Zub. Mantike is also electric. Rock weakness. Might as well just brute force it, I guess. I'm just also really worried about Gyarados because, like, Gyarados has Ice Fang. It learns that through level up, so I'm like, yikes, I don't want that to fuck me up, please. And thank you. Oof. Route 212, 214, 16 is gonna be fun. By fun, I mean absolutely no fun. No fun will be happening on that route. Wow, that did, like, no damage. Come on. Oh, I guess it resists, doesn't it? Ooh, hell yeah. Alright, cool. We can keep battling Zub. Marie's good, yeah, I like Marie too. Marie's a real stand-up gal, as they say. Oh, also, Lizzie, if you're still in chat, what are your pronouns? I see that you do not have, the the pronouns on there. I will allow you to be able to say the C word. I think the only stuff I won't allow is, like, racial slurs. I feel like it depends on who uses it. Like, if someone came in calling someone else, like, the C word, like, some asshole, then I'd be like, fuck you, but, cunt. There, I said it. I don't like using cunt. It's a very harsh slur, a very harsh word, and I feel like it needs to be reserved for, like, special cases. I use this word a lot, but I guess not everyone's cuppa. I tend to find it a very strong curse, so I don't tend to use it very often. It's like, if I call someone the C word, then you have done something to really, really upset me. Like I will call someone like Annie Coney Barrett's a cunt. Like that, like, that's how bad of a person you have to be before I, like, call, like, if I, like, that's, like, the kind of people that I call the C word. I don't tend to call people the C word if they just annoy me, for instance. Not even saying an Irish accent, then it sounds delightful. Alright. Oh no, Kricketune. Not the strongest Pokemon in the game. What'll I do? Ring attack the bitch. We love to see that Oko. Hell yeah. Alright. Ooh, Magnemite. Ooh, switch to Vorgod. So yeah, I don't tend to say it unless, like, I really wanna impart how much I hate somebody. Then I'll use it. But if I'm just, like, annoyed, or, like, if someone's just being, like, a garden variety jerk, they don't deserve the C word. Not yet. I feel like there are some slurs, though, that, like, I will not allow, like, most people, if anybody, to really use on my channel. Mostly racial slurs. I feel like, I mean, I know, like, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I tend to err on the side of please don't for any racial slurs. Queer related slurs, like the F slur. Australian people, I feel like, really use the C word. But I feel like a lot of Australians are just very swear heavy to begin with. I don't know, maybe that's just yeah, racial slurs, no. Do not, if you use a racial slur on my channel, like, I will probably just block you and or ban you outright. I know that seems really harsh, but and also, part of the reason why I have that kind of stance, too, is that, like, I have no way to prove, like, I don't, maybe some people will be like, oh, I can use insert slur here because I'm from insert racial minority here, and it's like, oh, I don't know, can you prove it? Like, I don't know who you are, so I probably would just, be like, don't do it. Okay, I was in chat when you asked me my pronouns. I just have you on the corner of my screen and I play my game, so I quiet corner, so I don't know. Ask your questions. I also have no clue. That's okay. I ask because, like, I tend to, as I say, like, as one of my automatic responses is, I defer to they, them. If I do not know your pronouns, I will call you by they, them. If you do not, but if you have pronouns that you would like me to refer to you as, that is not they, them, let me know, and I will refer to you as such. Yeah, exactly. Like, just, I was making up a spoobadoo. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like, again, like, queer-related slurs, I go back and forth on those. I'm okay with queer on my channel. I tend not to ban that one because queer is reclaimed in my mind. I know that there are many people who don't like, I know there are also people who don't like queer used casually, so, you know, I respect it, but that's, you know, especially since queer is a helpful umbrella term, and B is used in academia a lot for like queer studies. So I feel like we're in the zone where it's mostly okay, but like still I understand it's a little controversial. The F slur, I don't even really use the F slur to in reference to myself or like in any kind of reclaimed way. I'm okay if other queer people do, but I don't personally. So but again, if that's also one of the ones that's like, I don't know, like, it feels really weird because I'm like, it depends on who I know is using it, you know what I mean? Del, would you consider yourself queer? Yes. Anyway. What was I saying? Most, like, other slurs, like, well, most of the ones that I feel like I can think of that I'm, like, nope on are, like, trans-related ones, like, no. And, of course, like, ableist slurs as well. I tend not to that. Joking, someone called me the D slur one time and even switched terms for it. I mean, like, that's the thing about slurs, right? Like, I'm not here to police how you personally use some slurs in a reclaimed way. If you want to use the D slur to describe yourself, then that's all cool by me. I just tend to be like, it's a very, I tend to it can just be like really, sometimes I feel like with some slurs though, it's better to just not, for me to just not allow it in any circumstance, just because I feel like the harm that it could cause is just not worth it, you know? Like that's really where it's at. Like I would say the queer, I feel like as a slur has lost enough of its edge that like if someone used it in a disparaging way, I'd just be like, ha ha, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't read it as an insult, I guess. What about my question, though? Did you already answer it? I just didn't see it. Which one? About me being queer, or? But, like, you know, whereas, like, the F slur, that one, to me, I'd say probably the most context I would not allow that, because I think it's still used in very harmful ways. Even though there are people who reclaim it, I personally don't feel like it's reclaimed enough for me to allow it in most scenarios. Would you consider yourself queer? Yeah. I'm trying to get more comfortable saying that. It's hard though. I can't tell if it's thundering out or if there are fireworks. I feel like it's probably fireworks. But yeah, I wouldn't. So I guess if you wanted my my takes on slurs in chat, there you go. I'm gonna let you lurk for a bit. Okay, thank you so much for coming on in, Marie. I appreciate the lurk. And I'm gonna stop talking about harmful language now. Okay, let's take these berries. Let's do an exercise. Sure, what's your exercise? Please tell me you're not gonna, like, post a bunch of slurs in chat and see if I say them. Say it with me. I'm queer, you're queer, we're queer. Yeah. I feel like I'm way more comfortable typing about this than I am talking about it out loud. It feels more permanent when I say it out loud. I don't know why. It feels more risky, whereas if I write it, I feel like it's like, oh, I can delete it later and have plausible deniability. But Thrash Love, you should read my last message. Did I read it? I'm pretty sure I did. A what now? Oh yeah, as for no clue on what pronouns. So yeah, I actually said it out loud because it does feel weirder out loud. It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It feels super transgressive in a way that writing it down doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, so the last message you sent me was about pronouns, right? Yeah, about no clue about what pronouns you use. Yeah, I would say, so, I mean, like, so do you, like, are you, like, okay, I mean, that's fine. Nope, I just screamed really long. I don't see that in the chat. The last thing I see you say is a what now? So I don't know what you're talking about. No clue what you're talking about. Can anyone say what Lizzie is talking about? Because I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. What was I looking for? Oh, I wanted to plant some berries. Probably the ones that I don't have 24 of. No, I think it might have been yeeted into oblivion. Yeah, I don't see the chat, sorry. But yeah, the pronouns are, in that case, but in case you didn't hear, Lizzie, I will be using they, them pronouns to refer to you, for the time being. Maybe? It might have been too long. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Because I do not know all the weems of, the weems? The whims! Not the weems, the whims! Okay, yeah. First said, okay, upgrading my Pokedex. To what? Oh, okay. Now it displays sexual dimorphism. Neat. You have no clue, and that is totally fine. Gender's tough. It can be tough to figure out how you identify gender-wise. It's funny, I was talking to one of my friends, and, she took a, like, gender identity quiz, and she got really high non-binary scores, which Bree, actually, is the friend I'm talking about, which all of you know. Who all of you know. I'm talking about Bree as if you guys don't know her already. So she was, I think she was on stream when she was talking about taking this quiz, and it was like a lot of the answers ended up being like non-binary or agender. But I'm sometimes, very rarely, a certain guy will make my heart race, but I've never been interested in guys. That's okay. I mean, as someone who is a bi, I will say that, like, being bisexual, like, isn't always, like, a 50-50 thing. Like, it's not always, like, I'm interested in, it's more of, like, it depends on how you feel. There are some bisexual people there's some people I met who, like, who have been interested in, like, multiple genders, like, but, they don't identify as bisexual. It's more like they have been interested, like, I know someone who has been interested in women, but, she doesn't really claim bisexuality because she only really she feels like dating men is really more her speed, so I think some people might say that that's bisexuality because she has had interest in women, but she doesn't really see it that way, so, it's up to her. Other times, it really depends. I mean, it's up to you. Exactly me, except the opposite. Ah, okay. Yeah, so like, you know, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you. I feel like how you identity is only as useful as it is to you. You know, if you feel like the term bisexuality doesn't really fit you, then that's totally fine. Even if you like I feel like no, I think only very few people are like completely uninterested. Like I feel like there is like I'm really, really trying to very femme presenting men, so I think I'm still a lesbian. Yeah. So, like, I feel like there are people who, like, I feel like everyone, even people who are, like, you know, only really like one gender, will probably still at least have, like, you know, we've all talked about the one exception we have, like, the one, well, I don't really talk about it that way because I don't really see it that way, but I feel like for people who are, like, I only like men, or I only like women, or I only like this kind of presentation, I feel like those people have like said like, you know, they have their that like one person they would make an exception for. So I feel like people are capable of being attracted to multiple genders to some extent, but like I think what might make the difference is more like if you feel like you more often I want to sub but I can't. Don't don't sub unless you have the ability to, okay? If you're tight money wise, do not sub to me. Like just don't bother. Spend your money elsewhere. Don't worry about subbing to me. I appreciate it, but you really don't have to. So no pressure at all. Like absolutely no pressure. Don't worry about it. I wish Morgan was the type of dove was attracted to. I mean, I think if it makes you feel any better, I tend not to talk about any. I think one of my rules as a streamer is that I don't want to be super flirtatious directly and seriously with my viewers, because I feel like that can be a little bit of an unbalanced relationship. So I promise it's not you. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into this. I feel like this is probably a better conversation between you and me in DMs if you're actually like asking me seriously about this, but I will say just blanket statement wise, I am not, I don't think there'll be a moment in time where I'm super interested in like dating somebody who watches me on stream, or at least is like a fan of mine, just because I feel like that's kind of, I don't know, it gets a little bit weird, I feel like. But that's just anybody. Like, it's not, like, directed at anyone in particular. It's just, I feel like it's the nature of how these things work, you know? Like, yeah, so. How so weird? Well, I feel like there's just, like, the parasocial nature of it can make starting an honest relationship a bit of a barrier sometimes. I also feel like, you know, I don't really know people as well as I might meet them in other ways. I don't know. Like, this is a really weird thing to talk about on stream, and I don't want anyone to feel like, ooh, I dropped something. What did I drop? Oh, okay, my iPad. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm calling them out, or, like, also I don't want to, like, discourage people from, like, liking me as a person or whatever. Like, you're all lovely people, and I really appreciate how much, everyone supports me and everything. But I'm just, I don't want to, to put it in another way, if I'm not expressing, like, any kind of, like, serious interest in somebody who, via chat, in this context, it's mostly because I'm streaming right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's very complicated. Anyway. Am I like, I feel like my voice is pretty loud. I'm just too hot for Dove. Yeah, that's the way to put it. I'm just very, you guys are just so attractive that I'm just get very shy. And I don't know what to do. Anyway. So, basically, what was I saying? Bisexuality. My point is that, what I was originally trying to say is that Um, I to me what made me kind of feel like this identity worked for me is the fact that I felt like the rate at which I was being attracted to women was like too often for it to just be like a fluke, I guess, was how it kind of lined up for me. Like it wasn't like it was mostly men but then occasionally women. Like it was like it became, I realized more and more that it was like way more like, oh wow, like I actually, it's not like, it's not even just like a thing like, oh, they're like aesthetically pleasing to me. It was like a deeper kind of thing. So that's what it did it for me. But like, it's not, but that's me. Yeah, obviously other people can have different experiences and feel differently about it. So I get it. I can be intimidating because I'm so awesome. Anyway, I don't want to like upset anyone or like, this is just, it's, being a public figure-ish requires boundaries. That's the real end goal here. That's the real point I'm trying to make. So this is a very interesting stream. It's okay, if you can tell us we're pathetic, we can say, that's not what I'm trying to say! I'm not trying to say that. I'm just... Look. Somebody asked... Look. I'm just trying to be, like Morgan was talking about, like, making it sound, like, I don't hate anybody. It's just... I'm just trying to, like, like, I be in a, it's just, like, I don't know how comfortable I would feel. I think, look, I'm not saying that, like, I'm just saying, generally speaking, I'm not, like, saying I would never, or there's never, like, a chance. It's just more that, like, I just feel like it's just not where I want to be right now. Put it that way. This is so fun. That was fun to cheese. Look. The problem is that I just care about people's feelings too much. That's my problem. If I was a mean bitch, then you all would probably have a harder time breaking me, but unfortunately this is not the case. God, I am fucking sweating bullets right now in this room. And it doesn't help that this room also has a huge gaming PC. So it's a gaming PC, plus it's hot out, plus I can't run my AC, or at least the AC that's supposed to be in this room is not installed yet. Basically, as long as we keep it down low, we're good, right? Yeah, look, I'm okay with playful flirting. I just don't want anyone to get the wrong idea, Like, I don't want anyone to think I'm, like, leading them on or anything. Plebs does, yeah, that's the other thing, too. I walk outside and everyone faints. Like, it's just how it is. There are days where I wonder, like, how my first stream with a face cam would do. Like, how many people... Like, part of me is like, alright, how many people would be like... What's the percentage breakdown? Like, are people like, wow, you're way hotter than I thought you were gonna be? Oh, you're just as hot as I thought you were gonna be, or wow, you're not as hot as I thought you were gonna be. Like, where's the breakdown? You know what I mean? Like, where is the line? I'm curious. Like, I feel like people have very high expectations for my physical attractiveness, and I don't know if I'll meet them. Sure, we'll do a poll. She doesn't want us to know how big the mommy milkers are. Well, thankfully, I don't know if my camera angle would really answer that question. I mean, I'm kind of wearing baggy clothes right now, so you probably couldn't really tell. You remind me of Jen of popular MMOs. I don't know who that is. I have very high expectations. Well, I gotta make sure I look nice then. Alright, go ahead. Vote in the most vain poll I've ever put on this goddamn channel. You let us see. I think you'll look great whenever you wear. Thank you. I think my outfits are nice. Oh, I forgot. One of my stretch sub goals when I first did a subathon was that I would wear Wendy's sexy Wendy's cosplay. Oh my god, if that ever happened, that would be hilarious. I don't know what you look like, but I'm sure you're hot. I mean, all I'll say is that I have gotten, definitely within the last couple years, but probably throughout my life, positive attention based on my looks. I don't know. I think it's gonna depend, like whether or not you think I'm smoking hot or not. It's gonna probably depend on your tastes. But one of my options for the poll should have just been no. I wasn't gonna do that. You'd have to put in some channel points for that. Just to be clear, I meant you should have run a poll if and when you do. Oh, well, this could be like before and after. You know, I can take a poll on what people think before the face stream, and then after, and see if there's any change in the variables. See if actually seeing me affects your opinion. We do need to, before to compare it to. Ooh, so when is, I don't know yet. I haven't officially decided if I do want to do a face reveal. It's like I said, it's not so much of a I'm shy. It's more of just, you know, again, I live in fear of stalkers, so it's a pretty big thing to do. My raccoon is scratching on my door, but I can't let him in because him and my dog fight. First of all, hello, Blue Pepper Man. How you doing? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. My name is Dove. I'm a variety streamer. Today I'm streaming Pokemon Platinum, and it's a Nuzlocke, although the Nuzlocke has a twist, which is a draft. The Pokemon on the bottom of the screen that you see in the list there are all the only Pokemon I can use, and we just made it to Canalave, and considering the time, we're probably not going to stream much more, but that's what we're doing right now. Welcome on in. I can't believe you have that's a really cool... A raccoon is a very interesting pet to have. I would never... I don't know if I'd ever consider having a raccoon. I feel like I would never consider having a pet that wasn't domesticated. I don't know. I feel like the behavior of an undomesticated pet could be a little more unpredictable. I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know about, fish. Oh, no, fish are domesticated. A lot of goldfish are domesticated. Face reveal. I'm the only one in the poll who slightly reined my expectations. You didn't say... You went for the pretty hot, not smoking hot? I understand that. I would probably rate myself as, pretty hot. I don't think I'm smoking hot. Someone told me the results of the poll. I think most people said smoking hot. I did wildlife rehab, so I took him in because he got hit by a car. He lost a leg, unfortunately, but I'm working on giving him physical therapy and teaching him to live with 3 legs. I can't ever release him. I'm not positive if I will keep him or find somewhere that can give him a better conclusion than an actual house. Oh, but that's so sweet of you to be doing wildlife rehab. Oh my god. That is, not all heroes wear capes. You wear capes, my friend. You wear that cape proud. Oh my god, wait, did you name Francis after, like, that picture book series? Oh my god. I think Francis might be a badger, not a raccoon, but they're kind of similar color, Francis. What's the book called? Biscuits for Francis? Or something? No, damn it, there's like a... Oh, okay. I think it's because Francis is a badger, not a, yeah, 2 people voted, Smoking Hot, 1 voted, pretty hot, me. In case you're wondering, Blue Pepper Man, chat is very interesting. As you can tell, I do not do face streams. I do not have my face on live on stream. It's just my voice. And the reason why I do that is because I am not sure how much of my real self I want to reveal to people. You know, it's a big decision to let people know what my face looks like. So I'm still debating, and people were wondering how hot I was in real life. So the consensus is that I'm smoking hot. I guess it's up to people when they see me to make that decision. He's named after my little cousin's favorite book series. That's adorable. I'm a Dove truther. Dove also gets distracted with everything little thing and hardly plays the game. Yes, I'm... Whenever chat gets really into a conversation, I'm like, guess we're not playing a game. LMAO, you go, girl. Thanks. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god. Welcome. So in case you're wondering, I play a lot of different games, mostly Pokemon. But I also play on Mondays. I have my Mystery Mondays with my friend Bree. We are working through the Professor Layton series, and we're currently on Professor Layton in the Unbound Future. So if you like those games or are interested in some puzzles, you should come watch us then. I also have a day called Trash Game Thursdays, which is where I play really garbage games. And the one I was working through recently is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which is terrible. It's the worst Spyro game. I don't like playing it. I honestly might switch to a different one. I want to finish it, but that one also gives me headaches because the frame rate's just that terrible. So I was specifically asked about Bit. That was a while ago. Damn. OMG. Yes? What's up? So that's what I do on this channel. We also do other weird stuff. I've done some fanfic live reads in the past. I haven't done that in a while. But we could do that again. I forgot to tell you, I opened a cheap $20 Pokemon tin can getting Rainbow Mudra. That's awesome! In Pride Month too. Nice. The gays want you to join them, I guess. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. So you haven't said, you don't know. Would it be accurate for me to describe you as questioning in terms of your sexuality, Lizzie? Like, both gender and sexuality? Or do you still see yourself as, like, cishet? If you are cishet. And every single pack had a full art Pokemon, which is 4. That's awesome! I don't really tango with the Pokemon card game. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on, you guys. Is this the part where Barry, like, ambushes you? Yeah, I think he does. I think you fight him when you... Ooh, fucking his highest is level 38. So neat. Okay. We cannot go any further. We cannot go across... We can't go across the bridge. Thank God the Pokemon Center is right here. It's a little late, so I don't know if we want to start battling. I want to buff up my Pokemon before we do, though. And yeah, it's questioning. Okay. That is totally cool. I will keep that in mind. So, we are going to... what are we gonna do? We're in cute. Okay. I'm gonna start buffing up some of my mons because... Man. I'm very scared. I'm scared of Barry. Even though Barry's, like, not that bad ever. I don't really struggle with him that much often, but... this Nuzlocke, who knows? I don't think he has any Pokemon that are, like, super threatening to me. Like, if I do some comparisons here, like, not that bad. Yeah, like, the only, like, I've got two Pokemon that are, like, pretty weak to this, the Raptor. Something, I gotta watch about the Aerial Ace. Yeah, the Rapidash is not gonna do too much. Fire Spin's not gonna do that much either. And then the Empoleon is the one to really worry about. I don't know who would be the best to throw out for the Empoleon. Probably Croagunk. I gotta look at what moves Martinus has. Because Martinus would be able to take the hits. Hey Dove, chanting, one of us, one of us. Hey Dove, can I talk to you after stream? Saying crazy just usual stuff. Sure. Absolutely. Also, I'm talking to Dove too. Everyone wants to chat with me. Which is cool. I am cool with that. Okay. My phone is like, go to sleep, bitch. No, I won't listen. Rare candy. Okay. So we want to have everybody at, like... Let's see. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, average of 36. I think my current average is 35, so I want everybody to be at least at 36 before we go into this fight. Also, Dove Magic. I saw it. I'm sorry. I was still thinking about it, Morgan. That's why I didn't answer. I was still, like, processing what I wanted for that. Honestly, if you want the answer now, I would say the first one would be the one I'd be most okay with. Ironically, rather than the second. So, does that answer your question? We're gonna do, okay, I'm sorry. Gonna bump up everyone to 32, 36. Sadly, Morgan Cute does not have. Although I can go to Iron Island, I think, after this fight. Ooh, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot. Oh, Nasty Plot's not what we want on a freaking Toxicroak. Never mind. Yes. When are you going to evolve, my guy? Come on. Ring out. Oh, I have Bullet Seed. Okay. I feel like the varied typing is really what I want more. Yes. Even though it's like, it could be pretty powerful. We're not going to bother. Okay. So then we got to bump up. I'm going to put more levels into Bad Touch. There we go! Yes, let's get our Toxicroak. That'll help. Also, Dove, I'm going to make your stream into a tiny box so I can play my game. I'll definitely still be listening and watching stream. Okay. Also, you can also use the lurk command to let me know that you are lurking if you want. It's just a little phrase. It doesn't actually keep track of anything. It's just, it like alerts me that you're trying to lurk. If I was in Star Wars, I would be a Sith, but like I'd arguably not be that bad. I would like to help start uprisings and corrupt governments and all stuff like that. I mean, in theory, isn't that what the Jedi are supposed to do? Because technically the Jedi are on the Resistance side, right? And they're supposed to be start uprisings and stuff. Because like the Sith, at least in theory, the Sith are like the evil space government overlords. This like was whole like all. Oh no. Well, I know in the prequels they sort of made them out to be like the Jedi were the reason why the Empire happened. And I guess the Sith predate the Empire, but and the prequels, the Jedi straight up work for the Senate. Yeah, no, that's true. Yes, they do. I forgot about I deleted the prequels from my memory when I was talking about Star Wars for a moment. But yeah, never mind. The Jedi Order are sort of working for they work for the Senate. Yeah, I was like, the prequels though. I guess I was only basing it on like the original trilogy's kind of vibe when it comes to the Jedi and stuff. Cause like, you know, Luke's a Jedi and he is not really, I mean, he's not a traditional Jedi, but he's a Jedi, technically. I wouldn't care about other Sith. I would just do my own thing. So you'd be true neutral then? Okay. Well, anyway, it has officially been 3 hours. I'm still tired. So I feel like it would be it's high time for me to head to bed. So next time we will face against Barry. Hopefully we'll eke out a win. I'm semi confident we will. Especially now that we have our Toxicroak, which I should mark on my thingy here that Toxicroak has been achieved. If I can find the hello, you have evolved. Yay, we're getting our Toxicroak. Nice. Okay. That'll definitely help with facing against Barry because Toxicroak is a little more sturdy, so yeah. Yeah, like it'll probably have to hold his own a little more against Empoleon. It'd be even better if it had dry skin and then its freaking bubble beam would just be useless, but sadly that is not what we need. Honestly, I don't know if Krogan can really do too much because like Empoleon has the steel taping. Has flying, has aerial ace on it, which is not great for my boy, so I might have to figure out a different strategy. We'll figure it out though. Excuse me. Alright, so let's save. kind of. Yes, I'm leaving. Sorry. Just gotta do what I gotta do. So, I am hoping to try maybe streaming early in the morning tomorrow, like around 9 a.m. My time, which would be EST. So, if you happen to be around that early and you want an early morning stream, then check me out while I play some other games, at that time. But no pressure. It's kind of like a weird time. I think if I'm gonna try, I might try to restart streaming on the weekends again, but I'm probably gonna stream more in like the morning now instead of the afternoon. So it'll be a little bit of a different time slot, but that's fine. Maybe I could catch some of the people who live out in Europe that I know who, like, this time is too late for them. So anyway, see you guys around, and have a good rest of your evening. And thanks again to Blue Peppermint for the follow. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's find somebody to raid. Ooh, let's raid Sally. They're playing Yoku's Island Express. Let's do it. You're welcome. Yes, I love you too, everybody. I love all of you guys. You guys are all great. You guys are all great. You deserve love and support and respect. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow in the morning. Bye.